Incredible work this season. Just hanging around your characters has brought me so much joy and beautiful moments of reflection because we get to see so many great moments with each of your characters dealing with real things, whether it's the great convos like, Colin has with Trent, or the truth of like the struggle of making a decision to do what to do for the night. So if I may ask, what sort of beautiful moments of reflection has this series brought upon you?
That episode, the one that just aired, has so
Yeah.
many beautiful moments for me. Like so many, with the team and with Colin and with Trent and with Rebecca and so on and so forth. Like everybody gets a beautiful moment.
I think that you're getting to see. I think that what's a common misconception is that athletes are just athletes and they're just supposed to just do their job. But in this show, I think even from season one, is that we're trying to challenge that, and we're trying to show that these are people and they have real issues that are going on in their personal lives. And I know that the show is a comedy, but it does lend to a lot of tragedy as well, or also just moments where you can sit and think, and I think that's what's great about the show.
Yeah, the show itself has taught me, like, for many years I tried to not touch a ball at all because I used to play, and then things didn't work out, and then I didn't want to know anything about it. And then as I move on with my new dreams, I would never have thought that football was going to give me my opportunity as an actor. So I think a reflection is that sometimes you just have to be open, and every single thing you do in life, if you're working hard and disciplined, whatever you're doing, it will always help, and you will be surprised by life. You never know what's going to happen. So so that's for me the biggest reflection.
How often do y'all just kind of take a moment for yourselves to do like this dipstick kind of reading of being like, there's like a poetic nature to the show, even to the lines, how the characters have moments that kind of come full circle from season to season, and also just these moments of poetry to yourself where you're recognizing aspects of yourself into the character or the other characters.
I think it takes a while, I think, because I love the fact that it comes out weekly, because I think that the audience can sit and they can they can ruminate and they can talk about it, digest it. And I think that even for me, just to see, with episode 6, I still haven't come down from all of the positive, things up on Twitter about, Colin's journey and how important that was to people. People messaging me every single day since then, saying how they needed this, and how that they, even people that were older, saying they wish their teenage self could have seen this storyline, and how they battled with things at school and stuff, loving football but then being gay and not feeling that they could love football. There was issues there for them. So it's fantastic.
One moment of truth from the season that I particularly loved is seeing how the ripped believe sign has impacted the team. We all perhaps have our superstitions, or we see things and we take them as a bad sign, no pun intended. Has this show caused you to kind of dispel that a little bit and maybe look and think about signs in life, not to think about them too deeply, and maybe there's another way of looking at it, kind of like this, believing that I matter, which is what Ted Lasso says.
It's a thing where the message from the sign is more important than the symbol of the sign itself. Because at the end of the day, it's just a bit of card with some writing on it, but what it represents is something far greater that cannot just be ripped in half. If you believe in it, then it cannot be broken.
Take the sign but run with it and use it, and use it in your everyday life. Like, be curious, not judgmental, or be a goldfish, or believe, that take it and then use it.
It's all about, like, there are always good things and bad things, and when the bad things happen, it's all about how you react to those bad things, those bad situations, and they could either put you down, or you could either embrace it and grab that for whatever you want to do next. And I think that's another poetry from the show that the writers and the creators have taught us.
Yeah, very well said on Oil. Every character, as we've mentioned, like every character has their moment to shine, and I'm not sure how much of those were pre-planned and kind of came from your own contributions. So, what character detail that you may have contributed are you perhaps most proud of?
I went about, with Isaac. I wanted to create him, strong and a man of few words, but also something underneath. And I think it's still got a journey to do, but I think maybe that is a part of his character traits now, which I can be proud of.
I think that for me, because this was like my first sort of TV job, so I remember coming onto the Ted Lasso set feeling a bit anxious, a bit scared, and I think that you see Colin, like that throughout the show, really, not necessarily believing in himself, but then it's taken me to see how much Colin has inspired, and to see how Colin is living his own life. And I think that I can do that in my own life as well.
I think as I started to discover Danny and like being the lots of energy, positive man at the beginning, I wanted, and I think of course with the help of the writers, give Danny more of a human, grounded side, and more of a character, more personality, and I mean that's also like some of the lines that are there. It's sometimes us coming up with ideas, and for me an example that I think I'm proud because I think it worked is the line where Trent Cream enters the locker room, and in the script it said like, "Oh, welcome Trent Cream," and then Danny goes like, "Woo!" And then everyone looks bad, and in the script it said that Danny goes like, "Oh, boo." But I thought Danny has been there so much time. We've seen Roy Kent saying "fuck" all the time, so I thought, cough. It worked. So, but that's just one example of all of us have those moments of improv, and it all comes from collaboration, and it's never like a dictate, like you need to do this. It's always throwing ideas and getting the best for the show.